Hello everyone, Valeria is here. In my previous video we talked about foot anatomy and how it defines shoes choice. And we discussed how our shoes have to be more like a protection rather than restriction to our foot. And we pointed out the main properties of shoes, such as flexibility, thin soles with no heels and no arch support, and with wide shoebox. And shoes with these properties are often referred to as minimal shoes or barefoot shoes or zero drop shoes, meaning that there is no drop between heel and ball of the foot. Shoes market nowadays is developing pretty rapidly. It's pretty easy to get lost. That's why let me be more practical today and just review some popular shoes. So I have here Einhoff shoes. I have Freed, Viva Barefoot, that's Merrell, and even these kids' shoes, which is Tabi Japanese shoes. They are all minimal shoes or barefoot shoes, and in terms of flexibility they are all extremely flexible, but the degree of flexibility is different depending on materials of shoes. Let's compare Freed and Viva barefoot shoes. Both flexible, however, Freed shoes are more flexible because of type of rubber which was used for the sole of these shoes, but at the same time it's more prone to wear and tear. They were in use for just 1 month. We have already this signs of wear and tear. And these shoes are just several days old, and they will get more flexible over time. The next property is no heels, and all these shoes don't have any heels except for this little shoe in here. It's got tiny heel, which is not obvious from the very first glance. So we have to be careful in here when looking onto different shoes. I'm not trying to choose ideal perfect shoe. Rather, I just want to share my experience and to show you different things to look for when you will be shoe shopping. The next one is no arch support. All these shoes don't have any arch support except for Merrell Trail Glove 5, which has got, it's hard to show, but it's got arch support in the middle of foot. Even though they've got this barefoot label on them, they cannot be considered as minimal shoes. For some reason they decided to put this arch support in here. So be careful about shoes. So if shoes called zero drop, it doesn't mean that the sole of these shoes would be thin. It might be thicker, depending on shoes. For example, Ultra shoes, amazing shoes, have got pretty thick soles as compared, for example, to Einhoff. It is there for a reason. It's better for colder climates, or depending on type of activity you're going to do in these shoes. So probably not running on flat surfaces, but go hiking, things like that. The next property is a wide front part of shoe. I mean this part in here. So when you will be selecting your shoes, bear in mind that there has to be enough room for the toes to move and to spread out when they are in shoe. Many people claim that Einhoff shoes don't have enough width. For example, let's compare insole from Viva and that's insole from Freed. Same size. You can see that the width is the same for both shoes. And now let's compare it to Ainov. So that's a comparison. So you can see that Ainov shoes are slightly narrower in this area in here. Again, for some people it might be enough. For those who's got narrow foot, for example, I have a pretty narrow foot and it fits me perfectly. For other people, Frit or Viva would be a better choice. So we've got lots of different shoes on market, and it really depends on you, your foot, and activity you are going to perform in these shoes. That's all for today. I hope it was helpful. I'm curious what you think about this, and see you in the next video. Bye.